Right, quick video this morning. Listen, people in life, there's only a few people who have the intelligence to do something different. Most people aren't clever enough to work out the answer to their problems. Most people aren't clever. Most people aren't in that intelligence bracket. They don't have the cognitive skill. They don't practice it enough. It's not part of their repertoire to even try and improve that level of intelligence. And that's why most people make the same mistakes. That's why most people are easy to convince. That's why so for example, just use the Jay-Z thing for example. Now, it might be true, it might not be true, who knows? The only people who know is Jay-Z, P. Diddy, the girl, and whoever was there at the time, and God. They're the only people who know the actual truth. Now, someone said the other day, no, yesterday, if it's in the news, it must be true. Now, I'm not saying that the news lie, but what I am saying is you cannot take that as a blanket statement as truth, that if it's in the news, it must be true. Because people own the news, people own the content, people own the message that's given out. So whenever there's an element of interpretation, or there's an element of opinion, there's the possibility for it not to be true. So therefore, you cannot just hear something and think that must be true, unless the source of what you're looking for or looking at, you really trust. Now, it's very rare that happens. I mean, look, the Arla milk, take the Arla milk for example. Yeah, they've been putting this chemical in milk, and they say so the first news story that came out, and this is why you can tell that it's not there to be trusted. This story isn't there to be trusted, because the first news story that came out was that this chemical was put in to make the milk more healthier. Yeah, milk is milk. Just leave milk alone. Why are you putting something in milk to make it more healthier or not healthier? They're putting it in milk because somebody owns a byproduct and they're trying to get rid of this byproduct. So in trying to get rid of the byproduct, they've invented a way to put it in something. That's what that's it. That is 100% it. It's a byproduct that they're trying to get rid of, and they can monetize it by putting it in milk. So you're making a billionaire richer. Now, the first thing that they put in the news was, oh, but it makes you more healthy. It makes the milk more healthy. What makes milk more healthier than milk? What makes water more healthier than water? So why do you need to add something unless it's just a byproduct that if it's harmless, if it's a harmless byproduct, then it doesn't need to go in, does it? Does this make sense? And this is what I'm saying. If you don't ask the question, you would just continue buying the thing. You would just continue purchasing the thing. We've been lied to for years and years and years and years and years and years and years by power to keep. And I don't want to go into, oh, it's a matrix and it's this, that and the other, but everything is designed to keep you in a state of fear. Keep you, energy prices are going up. Yeah. So they spend all summer or all spring selling you solar panels. But as soon as it gets to cold, they put energy prices up. It's designed Otherwise, they'd bring energy prices down in winter, wouldn't they? Because they've stored up all the energy from the summer when you weren't using it. So why is it not offset? It's not offset because they don't want to offset it, because the energy companies want to make more money when you need it. It's all a con. It's all designed to keep you in a state of fear. And I'll go back to tennis. Tennis is exactly the same. Every sport is the same. Yeah. All those kids that are in academies all think that they're going to make it. But it's not you being in an academy that's going to make you or help you make it. It's what you do outside of the academy that will help you make it. In the same way, it's not what you do in that tennis squad. It's what you do outside of the tennis squad that's going to help you make it. It's not what you do in school when you're just doing your normal GCSE work and reading and revision. It's what you do at home. It's what you do outside. It's what you do with your parents. It's what you do with your extra reading, extra writing. That's what's going to get you all the A stars. That's what's going to make you, if you don't go to a top private school, or if you don't go to Eton or any of them top places, the only thing that's going to bridge the gap is what you do outside. So I've bridged the gap because I've read all my life. I read books. I write books. That's what's bridged the gap. The thing that's holding me back now is the fact that I'm not mates with these people. So again, I use Dan Ashworth. It looks like he's going to walk into the Arsenal job. Mates. Again, it's all mates. Mates sorting out mates. Yeah. You know, Jim Ratcliffe obviously looked at him and thought, this guy's not going to bring us anything. There's no point in having him. Arsenal, you know, he's probably got a mate as some kind of director there, and this mate is gonna give him a role that you know, it's a mate again, mates, just helping each other out, you know, which is a good thing in one way, but not a good thing in a way where you want the best in class, you want to achieve. You know, and it's like car finance. Is one for you. You know, and this is what I mean, and I stick with what I'm saying. The more people that ask the question, the more that people don't just subscribe to what they feel is everyday standard. Yeah, the more people subscribe to asking more questions, the tougher it's going to be for the powers to just easily control everyone. For years, Thames Water has dumped sewage into the Thames and into the English Channel. For years, the people of London and the South East have had a poorer product of water, and at the same time, all the shareholders have had years and years and years and years and years of growth and earning more money and significant growth in dividend. So for years, all the people in London have paid less, have paid more, and now, after they've paid for years of dividends, instead of making them pay the dividends back, what they've tried to do is put the water fee up to cover all the lacking infrastructure. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. The mind games that people use, the marketing that these companies use, because they know that most people are stupid. No, I don't think most people are stupid. I want people to think more. I want people to use their intelligence. I want people to increase their cognitive ability. That's why I write books about it. That's why I try to make sense of it. That's why, look, 110 years ago, we went to war with Germany, World War I. And the warfare at the time was to, we've got more troops than you. So if we can afford to lose more troops than you, we will win. So in the first month or so, something like 20,000 people died because the sense was to go over the top and charge at oncoming bullets. The Germans couldn't believe how easy it was, because the Germans had the machine gun. I don't think we quite had the machine gun at the time. So we just charged, ran at machine guns, and we lost 20,000 troops within the first month or something like that. It made no sense. But people can pay the price with other people's lives. We wouldn't do that now. So yes, we've made developments over time, but at the time, that level of warfare was intelligent. Was the British intelligence thought that was the right thing to do. The French intelligence thought that was the right thing to do. Just sacrifice men, just have them running over the top. When you think about it now, it's lunacy. It's just suicide. That's all it was. No one was going to survive. No one was going to make it back until they changed the warfare, until they brought in the tanks and the covert troops that went round the side and all that type of thing, until they brought in the covert operations. When they thought about it, the cognitive skills, it made no sense. Germany in World War II was way ahead of us. Absolutely way. We were nowhere near intelligently, cognitively, mechanically, anything like engineering. We was nowhere near them. And it took us time to catch up. And yes, we overtook. Yeah. But it took the minds of people from all over the world to solve that problem. All right, America solved Japanese problem by just bombing the heck out of them. But, you know, but again, you know, here's another example. Yeah, and this is what I mean, how people process information. So there's the famous, in Scotland, the Scottish fishermen, they killed something like 200,000 seals. 200, listen to that, 200,000 seals. Scottish fishermen killed 200. But we know, I'm going to give you another example. We're no more intelligent now than we was then. And let me give you an example. Scottish fishermen killed 200,000 seals because they thought that the seals were eating all the fish. So the drop in their catch wasn't to do with the fact that they were overfishing, but was to do with the fact that the seals were eating a number of fish. But then the fish stocks absolutely, after they'd killed all the seals, absolutely was decimated. There was no fish. Why? Because seals piss and poo in the water. What does the plankton feed on? What does the fish fry feed on? Seal and whale piss and poo. Because that's the nutrients. So all of that circle of life, once they got rid of the seals, there's nothing for the fish to eat. So they've got to go further and further and further and further out, making it more and more and more dangerous. But at the time, nobody would have worked that out. No, the intelligence of the people wasn't there. It might have been in a few, but like I keep saying, intelligence is always there in the few, not in the many. So as they carried out the killing of 200,000 seals, they weren't working that out. They weren't working 2 or 3 years down the line. They were working for now. The guy who killed 20,000 elephants, whatever it was, to try and save some grasslands or something. But then the grasslands kept, once they got rid of the elephants, the grasslands continued to die. But then they didn't realise that the elephants eating the grass and the leaves and pooing was what was giving nutrients to the grass. So then obviously they let elephants back. There you go. It all comes back. But this guy thought he was intelligent, and he wasn't. He clearly was wrong. He was stupid. In the same way that farmers now culling hundreds of thousands of badgers because they think that the badgers give bovine disease to cows, whereas it's not. It's cows giving bovine disease to cows, not badgers at all. Badgers got nothing to do with it. But like anything, they need an enemy. So once they got an enemy, yeah, this is where we go. So again, dumb people do dumb things. Same thing happened in China, yeah, when they thought, oh, the sparrows are eating all the seed. So they did a national campaign to absolutely murder millions and millions of sparrows millions of sparrows. Yep. And what happened? Once they've killed millions and millions of sparrows, guess what happened? The insect population absolutely went through the roof. So now they're trying to import sparrows from Russia to get rid of all the insects. So once you've messed with the balance, you can't then restructure it. Stupid people do stupid things, and the same thing's happening now. The same thing's occurring now. We're not making the right sense of these issues. And until we start to think about it, stop being sheep herd mentality, start thinking, start making sense, start making decisions, rational decisions for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, for our local communities, for our nation. And until we start doing that, it's crazy. Listen, run over, but it's just because I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I just cannot get over how stupid some decisions people make. And they make these decisions because they see others make that decision, and that's where they find solace. I find solace in the fact that other people make that decision. That is not solace. That is just stupid people following stupid people. Listen, like and subscribe, guys. The voice of intelligence is here. What?